You ever have one of those days? You know the kind. You're feeling good, you're feeling great, you're feeling like you could order the extra guacamole and not even check the price. Well, my buddy Pete had one of those days last week. He was at his favorite taco place, living his best life. He's swiping his debit card like he's a game show host revealing the grand prize. A burrito here, a quesadilla there, and yes, the legendary extra guac. Not just for him, but for the whole table. He was the king of the fiesta, a true avocado philanthropist. He felt like $1 million. Turns out he was about $35 short of $1 million. The next morning, Pete wakes up. He checks his phone, probably expecting to see a bunch of texts saying, "Thanks for the guac, man." Instead, he sees an alert from his bank, and it's not a good one. It's one of those alerts that makes your stomach drop faster than a roller coaster. His balance was negative, like way negative. It looked like his bank account had seen a ghost. He'd spent more money than he actually had. The bank didn't stop the transaction, oh no. They just let him dig a hole, handed him a bigger shovel, and then sent him the bill for the digging equipment. Pete was so confused. How could he spend money that wasn't there? Did his debit card suddenly get magical powers? Did he accidentally unlock a secret unlimited funds cheat code? He called me up, totally freaking out. "Jimmy," he said, "I think my bank account is haunted. I spent $30 on tacos and now I owe the bank $100. It was a classic case of what I call the overdraft oopsie." Okay, let's break this down. What even is an overdraft? I'll try to explain it. You know when you're almost out of shampoo and you add a little water to the bottle to get one more wash out of it? An overdraft is kind of like that, but instead of water, the bank adds its own money to your account. And instead of getting clean hair, you get a giant fee. Basically, an overdraft happens when you spend more money than you have in your checking account, and the bank, in its infinite kindness, covers the difference for you. So generous, right? Your bank account has a secret invisible zero. When your balance hits that zero, you'd think the party's over. No more spending for you. But with overdraft protection, the bank lets you keep swiping. It's like a bouncer who lets you in, then follows you, charging a cover for every single thing you do inside. They let you go into the negative, a mini loan you didn't even ask for. It's a surprise loan. Everyone loves surprises, right? Especially ones that cost you money. You might think, wait, that sounds kind of helpful. And sometimes it can be, like an emergency payment. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. The bank isn't doing this to be nice. They're not your fairy godmother turning a pumpkin into a carriage. They're more like a magical genie who grants your wish, but the fine print takes a lot. Or in this case, a hefty fee. They let you spend that extra $5 so they can charge you $35. It's a business decision. The bank is betting you'll slip up. They're watching your balance like a hawk, waiting for it to dip below zero. The moment it does, cha-ching, they've made money. Sounds like a safety net, but often it's a trapdoor into a pit of fees. It's designed to look like a helping hand, but it's a hand that's also reaching for your wallet. Let's talk about the fees. Oh, the fees. The overdraft fee is the bank's favorite party trick. It's where they make the real money. Picture this. You buy a coffee for $4, but you only have $2 in your account. The bank covers the other $2. Thank you, bank. But then, a day later, you see a charge for $35. That's the overdraft fee. So your $4 coffee just became a $39 coffee. For that price, that coffee better come with its own apartment and a $401K. It's absolutely wild when you think about it. Why are the fees so high? The banks will say it's to cover risk, and they'll use fancy words to justify it. But let's be real. It's because they can. It's a huge source of income for them. Like a concert selling $5 water bottles. Is the water special? No. But you're thirsty, you're there, and they've got you. The bank knows small mistakes happen, and they've built a business model around capitalizing on them. It's a fee fiesta, and you're the piñata. Sometimes they can charge you multiple times in one day. Let's say you make 3 small purchases while your account is at zero. One for a soda, one for a bus ticket, one for a pack of gum. You might think, one mistake, one fee. Wrong. Some banks charge a fee for each transaction. Your afternoon errand run could cost you over $100. It's like getting a parking ticket, and then another ticket for the first ticket, and a third ticket for looking annoyed about the tickets. The worst part, these fees hurt the people who can afford them the least. If you have plenty of money, you probably aren't overdrafting. But if you're living paycheck to paycheck, one mistake can trigger a chain reaction of fees. It's a cycle that's hard to break. The bank is profiting from people being in a tight spot. It's not funny when it's happening to you, but seeing the absurdity is the first step to beating them at their own game. Alright, enough of the sad stuff. Let's get to the good part, how to win. You are smarter than your bank. You are more powerful than a $35 fee. The first and most important thing you can do is tell your bank, no. Seriously, you can opt out of overdraft protection for most debit card transactions. This means if you don't have the money, the card will just be declined. Is it a little embarrassing at the checkout counter? Maybe for a second. But is it better than paying a huge fee? 100% yes. Call your bank and say, turn it off. Next up, get yourself a good banking app and turn on all the alerts. All of them. Set up an alert for when your balance gets low. Set one for every transaction. Let your phone buzz you more than a beehive in a flower shop. Knowing your balance in real time is your superpower. It's like having a little financial sidekick in your pocket who shouts, "Dude, don't buy that. You've only got $7 left." This way, you're never surprised. You're always in the know, and knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your own money. Here's another pro tip. Link your checking account to your savings account. Instead of the bank covering you with their expensive overdraft loan, they can just pull the money from your own savings to cover the difference. Some banks do this for free, and others charge a small transfer fee, but it's almost always way cheaper than a standard overdraft fee. It's like having your own personal, much nicer bank right next door. You're essentially spotting yourself the cash, and you don't have to charge yourself a ridiculous interest rate. Ultimately, beating overdrafts is about paying attention and being the boss of your money. You work hard for it, so don't let a sneaky fee take it away from you. Check your account. Set up alerts. Tell your bank you don't want their expensive help. You've got this. It's your money, your rules. Don't let them win. Now go out there and be the financial superhero I know you are. And maybe, just maybe, double check your balance before you order that extra guac. It's delicious, but it's not that delicious. You can do this.